Auditioning is keeping you broke, and if you don't change your approach fast, your dream of being a full-time voice actor may always be out of reach. So when most voice actors picture in their minds landing that one big break, right, that dream gig, they always picture it coming from this magical, mythical audition. And sometimes that happens. Scroll through any Facebook group that's voiceover oriented and you'll see talent lamenting, God, if I could just get more auditions, I could book more. And the good times and the big time money would just come rolling on in. But what if the very system that you've come to know and trust over the years is not a system to make you rich? It's a system to keep you stuck. What if success in voiceover wasn't all 100% about being the best performer, thank God, or else I'd never get any work. But what if it were about becoming the best business owner? Let's get into the hidden mechanics of the VO audition machine, why so many voice actors stay shackled to the P2Ps and the audition platforms that quite honestly give more hope than money, and most importantly, how you can break free from them and finally build a sustainable, full-time, thriving voiceover business. Before we dive in, we've got another related free resource, a free source for you this week called the Essential Marketing Asset Checklist for VO Pros. It's your complete guide and checklist to building a professional presence online so that you can attract those professional clients that you're dreaming of. It's a free resource, as it is most weeks, and we will give you the link in description in the show notes and description below. Now, you ask any part-time talent how they, in their mind, see, how they imagine leveling up. And just about everybody's going to say, well, it involves more auditions. Now, sites like Voice123, Voices.com, Backstage, they all promise and deliver on a good volume of auditions and easy access to buyers. And at first, yeah, the math looks really simple, right? More auditions means more chances to win, means more bookings and steady income. But real life tells a different story. Let's talk about a friend in my business we're going to call for this purpose, Jack. Now, Jack is extremely talented, and early on, he signed up for the big three P2P platforms, the audition platforms, and he'd come home from his day job and spend every night cutting takes and auditions. So I asked him, and he said in a typical month, he'd fire off 90 to 100, about 100 auditions a month. And sometimes he'd book a $350, a $500 gig, but most days out of that month, he didn't book at all. The bills piled up, the self-doubt crept in, the squirrels in the back of your lizard brain? Well, they said, it's a numbers game. So Jack just auditioned more and harder, and eventually burnout won that battle. But here's the thing. Jack is not unique, right? Almost every voice actor goes through this phase where you're waiting around to get picked, you're incredibly outnumbered at every audition you do, oftentimes with better competition, and you end up year over year making less money even though your skills are getting better. Voice acting problems are like big cities, right? Like Manhattan, right? They're overcrowded, they're bustling, there's too much traffic, and they can be overwhelming. For every $500 job on those auditioning platforms, you've got hundreds, sometimes thousands of auditioning voice actors. Now, what does that mean? That means it is a buyer's market, and it has been for years. More talent floods in, supply goes up, buyers can pay less, they can demand more, and they can sit back and wait for a perfect fit. And that has commoditized the market in large part because now you have experienced pros with a lot of chops competing with, quite frankly, hacks and amateurs, people who are untrained for gigs that are dropping in price. And lastly, the algorithm and the business model are teaming up against you. Premium placement, right? Those voice actors that get the primo auditions get them because oftentimes they pay more for better access. Others audition endlessly as a workaround to pay less, but figuring I can outwork the next person, right? Or they get a little bit lucky with the latest algorithm tweak. But the studies and platform data show that the Pareto principle, the old 80-20 rule, yeah, that's alive and well in the P2Ps. About 80% of all the jobs are booked by 10 to 20% of all the talent. So as you can imagine, that's often the same voices over and over and over again. But if you're not already in that group, it's very hard to break into, not to mention the fact that the top top billers are often taking those clients off the platform, so the quality jobs are dropping in number, leaving less work and still more talent fighting over that same work. Now, I get it. The audition platforms feel productive, and they are a fantastic source of auditions if, for example, you're newer, you're trying to get your audition process down. And I get it, you've got work to do. You feel busy, you feel productive, you feel like you're hustling your ass off. But hope, in this case, guys, is the world's shittiest business strategy. There's no way to scale, there's no control, and there's definitely no security. You have, on the platforms, no leverage over price or negotiation. You have no direct relationships with the clients, and therefore it's very difficult to get repeat bookings. And because you don't have that relationship, you don't have any means of consistent feedback. You'll never know why you didn't book the gig. When you have a direct relationship with a client, you can ask them. And here's what you almost never see anymore on the voiceover forums and the Facebook groups, and that is talent every day quietly quitting the voiceover industry. Now, we've got downward pressure and have had for years on rates from the P2Ps. That pressure has been accelerated in some part by AI and synthetic voices, and some even moderately successful talent have watched their income drop. It is a relentless numbers game, auditioning, and that can, over time, become demoralizing and discouraging. So, let's take a step back and breathe a little. Why is it that some voice actors are able to establish successful, sustainable careers and others are stuck on the auditioning hamster wheel? And the answer is they've usually educated themselves on how to go out and find clients directly. Voiceover business coaching is designed to flip the script for voice actors just like you, so that instead of playing the numbers game, you learn how to get those clients directly, not sitting around waiting for the inbox to fill up or the phone to ring. You learn how to focus on outreach and referrals and relationship building, which become the real engines of sustainable income. And you learn to systematize your marketing and your prospecting so that you begin to attract opportunities instead of going out and chasing them all the time. Let's talk about another colleague that I know. We'll call her Tara. Tara was once a part-time teacher, and she was doing voiceover work on the side. She realized one day, she goes, "Hey, Paul, I'm booking out of 100 auditions like one gig, and that's not going to get me where I want to go. And by the way, 1 out of 100 is not uncommon at all." So she focused on business training, focused on the business side of voiceover, not just the performance side. And she learned to identify niche markets, corporate, e-learning, medical narration. She developed a targeted, specific prospect list, and she started direct cold outreach. At 6 months in, she had landed 3 regular clients and was able to replace that part-time teaching job. And more importantly, she never had to sit at her desk refreshing an audition page at 2 a.m. Direct marketing for voice actors, guys, I'm telling you, is where careers grow, and so do bank accounts. First, you identify your ideal buyers. Who buys the kind of voiceover that you produce? Who hires voice actors outside of the audition sites? Think explainer video producers, e-learning companies, podcast editors, ad agencies, corporate producers, YouTubers, even startups. From that, build a prospect list. Tons of tools out there that are already free. The internet, we'll call it Google, LinkedIn, industry directories. You can go out and find emails of decision makers, oftentimes on company websites, so you're not sitting around waiting for posted gigs and auditioning with thousands of other voice talent. Next, craft short, and I mean short, but valuable pitches. And here's where specificity counts. No, "I'm a voice actor. Do you have any voiceover gigs?" Instead, say, "Hey, I noticed your company does regular explainers. Here's a 30-second demo in a style that seems to match your overall style as well." And finally, and I can't stress this enough, follow the fuck up. The magic ain't in the first email, guys. The odds of you reaching out to somebody with a ready-to-go project that you're exactly right for on the day and time that you reach out to them are astronomical. The secret is in the polite, professional, persistent follow-up. Persistence is how you go from "never heard of you" to "you know what, let's work together." Direct clients, guys, are game changers. Why? Because when you have even a small stable of direct clients where you own the relationship directly, you can set your rates and Most likely, those clients are going to be professionals who want to hire other pros, and they're not going to flinch at the rate. They have real budgets and less price anchoring. Next, less competition, because oftentimes, even on a corporate roster, there might be a dozen or few, or maybe a few dozen talent, rather than hundreds or thousands. So guess what? Your booking ratio goes up because you're not swimming in as large a pool. Third, repeat work. One job can turn into 10, 20, 50 if you deliver the goods and you grow the relationship. And finally, referrals. Happy clients talk to other happy clients, and they're happy to refer you, especially if you have a system for asking them professionally, politely, and persistently. And that creates a stream of inbound inquiries. So here are the biggest excuses I hear from voice actors, and maybe you have these in your head, and I'll tell you how to crush those suckers right now. But I don't like sales. I just want to be behind the mic. If you want voiceover to be a career, to be a business for you, not just your hobby, then you're selling already. Every single audition is, by definition, an act of self-promotion. The only difference is, with auditioning, you have zero control whether you're chosen or not. With direct marketing, you have a lot more control and you can set the stage. But I don't know who to contact. I get it. If you've never reached out to people before, yeah, that's kind of vexing. Start with your own network, your friends, your family, your business contacts, your coworkers. From there, branch out to local businesses. Jump on LinkedIn and use search terms like video producer or creative director or instructional designer. Jump on Google and look for explainer video companies. Or if you really want to level up and really want to save yourself some time, I encourage you to check out the big book of VO client avatars, over 87 distinct buyer profiles across 15 different genres of voiceover. The big book even shows you exactly how to search for every single buyer type in LinkedIn. The link is in the description and show notes. But I'm afraid of rejection. I get it. But rejection isn't failure, it's just data, guys. And when you own the process, you'll be amazed at how often that cold outreach turns into a warm opportunity. Even hearing back from somebody and they say, not right now, that's a win because they noticed you've done good work and they've filed you away, and it's going to increase your chances of being recalled by them in the future. So here's your step-by-step plan to chew your own leg out of the audition trap. First, keep an eye on your audition ROI, the return on investment of your auditions. Log your past 50, 100 auditions. Track what you booked and track the average project value in dollars or whatever your currency is. Now, be honest with yourself. Is this a livable wage? If it's not, it's time to rethink your strategy. Second, invest in voiceover business coaching. I mean, programs specifically built around client acquisition and business and marketing, not just the performance side, guys. Performance is only one small part of the voiceover business. Mentors, coaches can hold you accountable, help you figure out the business side, and most importantly, accelerate your results. Third, build that business outreach system. And yeah, you're going to have to set aside some time to do that. I'd say between 3 and 5 hours a week, and yes, I mean every damn week, and therefore, if you can, every damn day, to research, reach out to, and follow up with prospects. Now, to do this right and to scale it, you're going to need some tools. First, I recommend a CRM. There are some good free ones out there like HubSpot. But even if you don't use a CRM, just get started, even if it's with a spreadsheet where you're keeping track of the people that you're reaching out to, when, and how you followed up. Number 4, develop your core marketing assets. And this is the checklist that we have free for you. Again, that link is in the description and show notes. On a high level, you're going to need your pro demos, you're going to need a website to showcase those, and you're going to need an optimized LinkedIn profile. Get the complete list now at the link in the description below. And 5, get into community, whether that's a full-scale VO community like VO Pro, whether it's a Facebook group, whether it's an accountability group, but you're going to want to surround yourself with entrepreneurial-minded voice talent, not just people chasing auditions all damn day long. And when you get into community, even if it's one single accountability buddy, that shared knowledge and that support can be a secret weapon to success. Guys, AI isn't going away. The platform saturation isn't going away. And if you're hoping to outrun those two realities in the future, you're simply stuck on a treadmill that is just running faster and faster and faster. The winners in this business are already out there building relationships, creating those direct repeat opportunities, and positioning themselves as business owners, not as hopers. So it's your time to choose. You've got to sit down and decide for yourself. Do you want the security and fulfillment of a full-time, sustainable career and voiceover business? Or do you want to stay in the cycle of endless auditioning, zero control, and crossing your fingers things get better? You don't have to wait to be chosen. You can choose yourself. If you want step-by-step guidance, real accountability, and marketing and business strategies that actually work, I urge you to check out our voiceover business marketing and direct outreach programs like the VO Freedom Master Plan, like the VO Pro Community, and join that new wave of self-made voice actors. If this video helped you or you think it'll help somebody else, please share it with them. If you're listening to us on the audio podcast, we'd really appreciate a follow, even better, a review, because the more we exchange strategies and tactics and experiences and even opinions here and in the voiceover community at large, the better, stronger industry we're going to have for everybody. Thanks so much, and we'll see you back here again real soon.